The second statement we have as a church under this umbrella of participate is this one here. At Trinity, we commit to make a difference in a serving team. That's based on that 1 Peter chapter 4 passage that we read at the beginning. As God has given gifts, let's use them to serve each other. At Trinity, we commit to play a part in a serving team, or to make a difference in a serving team. There's no greater way to be like Jesus than to serve. Could there be anything more Christian than saying, I'm going to help other people. I'm going to serve. I'm going to make a difference in somebody else's life. The church is one giant volunteer team. That's what churches are. We're one giant volunteer team. It takes everyone. It takes all of us. We're all being given something different to contribute to the whole. And every family, to be healthy, means every individual in the family needs to have a responsibility. We've all got responsibilities. We all chip in and help out together. For a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's a personal joy to do that. It's a joy to say, I've got talents in me, I've got energy in me, I've got a contribution to make, and it actually makes me feel good about myself. I respect myself more being used in that way. But it's more than just that. It's beyond that. It's saying, I make my small contribution to the whole, and I get to see how the whole thing works together. I get to see the blessing beyond what I do. That my part is significant, but the whole thing, my contribution, makes a significant difference. To grow as disciples of Jesus means we've got to serve. It means we've got to serve. And it's good to serve. It's good for us to do it. We're better people when we're serving. And of course, all churches have opportunities and needs. We don't want to serve out of obligation and say, oh, there's a need. I've been asked, I have to do it. Matt asked me to do something. I can't say no, I've got to do it. That can happen to people. The best way to serve is to serve out of identity. You serve out of identity to say, God is a good God, and God is pouring out his goodness in the world. God wants less evil in the world and more goodness in the world. And so, and that's why it's so annoying when Christians screw that up. It's like, we're doing it wrong. But God is a good God. He wants more goodness in the world. We can extend that goodness in the world because we believe that God has prepared good works in advance for us to do. It says that in Ephesians. God has prepared ahead of time good works for us to walk into them. And so as Christians, we've got to hold on to this truth. We've got to hold on to this belief. God has designed me for good. He's prepared good works for me, and I'm here to pour myself out. So listen, if you attend Trinity Church, if Trinity Church is your church, or you're like, if you're just like, even if just 51% is my church, you're not exactly sure. Anything above 51%, I want you to serve. You got to serve. You got to get involved. There's all kinds of ways to serve in our church. We have our welcome team. Hopefully you met the welcome team today. We have our cleaning team. We have the kids team downstairs. We have, what else do we have? We have our visual tech team, our audio tech team, our worship team, all kinds of teams. We've got our online host team. We've got our photography team. We've got our facilitating team, all kinds of awesome teams going on, and it takes a whole group of people to come together and to serve in different ways in God's family. As we serve in different ways, we're glorifying God. So even the person that gives out the packet on the front door there, that's powerful. That glorifies God. How does that glorify God? Well, we don't know all the kind of people that are coming in amongst us here, but by giving a connect card, you can write down, if you're facing something difficult in your life, you can make it known. You can write down a prayer request. We can be praying for you and follow up with you. People who feel called to follow Jesus, you can mark it on here. You might be too afraid to talk to somebody, but you can mark it on here. That's powerful. That connects the act of serving to the glorification of God. If you're cleaning, right? That connects people to God by taking away barriers. If our environment, our toilets haven't been cleaned or surfaces haven't been wiped, man, that can be a real bad experience for people. That creates a barrier between somebody maybe understanding the message of Christ, on a Sunday. And so every way we serve, you're serving in kids downstairs. That's a huge way to serve. That affects the future. The children are the next generation. They are going to take what we believe and take that into the future. And so it's like, hey, serving kids is a powerful way to glorify God. Generation to generation. That's what the Israelites in the Old Testament, they screwed that up. They kept forgetting. Different generations kept forgetting to pass on the message to their kids. It glorifies God. There's three things about our serving teams that are super important to understand. First one is that we have a variety of opportunities for people. So Sometimes it can be hard to serve because you say, I'm just not interested. You know, some people are like, I'd be the worst person to put with the kids. Like, don't put me with the kids. This is going to go bad. That's why we have a variety of opportunities. And then more than what I mentioned, lots of opportunities to serve. So that's the first thing. There's a way for you to find your interest and connect it to opportunities in our church. The second thing to understand about serving at Trinity is that we give a clear orientation. It's a concern, isn't it? You're like, well, what's expected of me? What if I do it wrong? What if I disappoint people? Well, the key is very good training, clear orientation up front. You go through all the expectations. This is what's involved. This is what time you show up. This is how often you're going to serve. This is, there's a little checklist here of things to do. Make it as clear as possible. That gives confidence and clarity. So you say, okay, I know what to do. I know how to win at this. I know how to succeed at this, so that I'm not worried that I'm doing it wrong somehow. And then the third thing about serving at Trinity is that we have a serving period. So every volunteer that joins starts with an end date. And some teams have a longer period of serving, others have a shorter period of serving, depends on the team, depends on the level of commitment. But when that end date comes, then you have the option. You can say, hey, it's been great serving, but I need to transition out. Either I don't have the time for it right now, or I want to join a different team, or whatever the reason might be, is you have a legitimate way to make that change. And that's healthy, because a lot of times people don't like joining a team because they're like, what if I get stuck doing this forever? How do I quit doing it? Well, we solved that problem by saying you commit for a serving period. And if it's going well, you say, actually, I'm really enjoying this team, it's going well, it's a good culture, good experience, I'm happy to keep serving. We can extend that serving period. Now, how do you join a serving team? One way is on the back of that Connect card. There's an option there that says, where does it say it? Serve at Trinity. Serve at Trinity on the back of that card there. Serve at Trinity. So that's one way you can sign up there. Better though is you can go to Team Central in the lobby, which actually has an appreciation banner covering up the tablets on this side of the lobby today. So the one Sunday that I'm promoting Team Central, there's a banner covering it up, but that's okay. So Growth Track is on this side, Team Central is on this side, and there are some tablets over there. There's a sign-up form. If you want to get involved in a serving opportunity, be more like Jesus, check out those. You can just get behind the banner and hide behind it, and then sign up on the tablet. That's how that's going to work today.
When you like and subscribe, this video reaches more people.